everyone, it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or back to my channel. I have a cute little gift slash treat idea. This is going to be treat number 7. I'm using Carolyn's papers from Gingerbread Bakery, both of the kits, but this is what we're going to make today. So let's get into it. So let's get started. I am using the Gingerbread Bakery collection by Carolyn's Musings. As usual, links will be in the description. I am using it from the actual junk journal kit, and I believe this one came from the mini book. But anyway, both kits will be linked below. I have put 2 to a page, so this is actually 1 full page if you were making a junk journal. But for this, because I only really needed 1 and I wanted to make several different and not just the same, I shrunk them down because they fit my measurements exactly. So I have these, and then I have the little embellishments. So first what we're going to do is we're going to get our paper trim. Now this is exactly 5 because it's 5 by 7. So I'm going to try not to trim off any of the extra that I have here, or anything from each edge, because I want it to be exactly 5. So if there's a little white, I'm not going to worry about it. But once you get that first cut done, usually you can line it up and get the rest of your cuts done. So if I just do it this way, in fact, let me just cut them both, it will be fine. Okay, so we have our 5-inch width and our 5-inch width. All right, so now I need this to be 5 by 6, and I'm going to do this end so I can cut that little white piece off. So 5 by 6. Get those trimmed down. I'm going to save these because you never know when I can use them for an embellishment. And by 6. Okay. So we have that done. Now we're going to go ahead, and it's better to, I mean, you can just take the candy, which is probably better. When I did this one, I did it as an exact, and I think, how much did I layer over? Quite a bit. But if you just take your candy and bring this side over here, and oh, you know what? I think I did my measurements wrong. No, I didn't. Must have went over quite a bit on this side because, oh, you know what? 6 is supposed to be this way. Okay, now I got it. All right, so if you just bring this over and then bring this over, looks like I might have to trim a little bit. So I'm going to make this, let's make that 4.5. Yes, I'm double guessing myself because we're going to go this way. And I'm going to leave that cutting tool right there because I might need it again. Yep, so we're going to go 4. So let me redo these measurements for you. And you just have to do it all to like the size of your candy bar. The ones I've chosen were this. This just worked for this really well. And so I just wrote them down, but it is best to just do it this way. All right, now we're just going to go ahead, and then we're going to find our center. And you want these tight, but you don't want them super tight because you won't be able to get your candy out. So, yeah. All right, so for video purposes, I'm just going to put a piece of tape here. Normally, I would glue this I would just leave it just like this and turn it and run a bead of glue, which really won't take me that long. In fact, let me see here. What I would do is I would never glue it to the candy itself. I would only glue it here. So let me see if I can get my glue running. Get a little glue in there. And then again, and I'm going to try to keep my pattern matched up. All right, so I got a little bit of glue in there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing that and get that in there good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my scoreboard in. And I think I'll just use the little one today because I want to put a couple little scores in the bottom here just to give it that nice little finish at the bottom. So I'm going to squish that down just a little bit at the bottom. And then I'm going to give it a score and a score. Do as many as you like. I think 3's good. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that bottom shut. And this is such an easy, quick idea. It's probably one of the easiest ones I have shown so far. So I am going to go ahead and just give that a little bit of detail. And this can be quick and easy. You don't have to ink anything. You don't have to do any of that. But it's just in my nature to ink because I sell these, as I've said before. And I just pay attention to the detail. Now I'm going to bring in this little punch that I have. Now you could just use a circle punch. You don't have to use this one. Or, you know, just, let's see. You could use one of these, which is fine. But this one just helps the ribbon lay nice when we get to that part. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. About right there. And there she blows. Oop, have to get re-glue that a little bit. All right. Then take your ribbon. So I have different ribbons here. This one I thought worked really well. I don't have a whole lot of this, and it seems to be like my favorite right now for some other things. I have 2 rolls of this, so I have decided to use this ribbon. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna feed that ribbon through both of these openings, okay? Then you're gonna take your candy bar and you're gonna feed that down in there. And I might need a little bit more ribbon, so I'm gonna pull a little bit up. I'm gonna feed that down in there, and I might have it just a little bit tight. Let's see, will it go any further? So you might have to make a few adjustments to the candy, and you can always tape this down too, which I think I'm gonna do. Tape that down, and I'm gonna do that again. Feed that down in there. Try to get those little ends down in there. Come on, work with me. Don't give me a hard time. There we go. All right. So then I have it about right here. So let me go ahead and cut that. And then I'm just going to simply put a knot in the top of it. Okay, like that. And then we're going to do an embellishment on the front. But let me just show you how this works. So when you pull up on the ribbon, you also pull your candy out of the little wrapper. Isn't that super cute? So I got mine a little bit tight, and I could have made it a little bit taller because by the time you put the little creases down here, sometimes you lose a little bit of that room. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. And actually, if I wanted to switch this out, let's see how well the Heath bar will probably do better, because it's not quite as thick. Oh yeah, that one works perfectly, perfectly. And I even like the top of that sticking out of there. So just adjust your ribbon accordingly. And I would have done a little bit nicer job, but I'm just trying to do a quick one here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple more of these, get some embellishments on them, and then I'll come back and go through them. Okay, so this is what they ended up like. And then those little extra strips that I had, I thought, you know, I'm going to put them around as belly bands. So I've done them all individually. I've had to make a little few adjustments here and there, but I'm going to sort of butt this up so that these two lines come together. And not that anybody looks at the back anyway, but I don't know. For me, it's just about the detail. I can't help but make sure those little details are done. I don't know what type personality that makes me, but obsessive, compulsive, I don't know. Like perfectionist, I don't know, could be. But yeah, it just makes me feel better. So I went ahead and did that, and then I cut out some of the little embellishments, and then I just backed them with the foam tape and put them on. Let's see, right here. So aren't those cute? They slide up. And then make this a little bit tighter to the top. I had it up here when I was showing you, but make it down closer because you don't want your candy bar flopping out into the that excess there if it's not tight enough. And then you can do this with the Hershey. Now this one's wider, so I had to make a few adjustments to get that one to go right. And then this one is the Heath bar. So you can pretty much take any candy bar, those lint candies that are long. You can just go to your candy section and think about this and think about what candy can I do this with, and you'll be all set. So I hope you found that interesting. This is treat/gift number 7, and I don't know if I'll get any more done. I have a couple more in mind, but here's number 7, and have fun doing them. Get those treats together. Christmas is coming. Bye.